Hello, my name is Elias Acosta and I come to you from the Film Hub in Vista, California. Today we're going to be talking about product shots. How do we photograph our products in a way that it will compete out in the market? Today everything is visual. People buy but what they see. And so your products have to be treated with the same quality. But if you don't have the budget, how do you do it? It takes a lot of professional equipment, some time to do it, thousands of dollars in training, school, and what about you? You don't have the time to go and take a course or bring a lot of money for a photographer to come to your place. Well, I have good news. Today, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it with a cell phone. So stick around and let's do it. Well, let's go into the first phase of our product, that is the setup. We're going to be shooting a product that is very particular, but first we have to take into consideration what are the necessary steps for us to do a very clean and beautiful photograph. And this has to do with the space, a manageable space, a space that you have where there is no dust, it's clean, it's neat, and just set up a small table. It all depends on what kind of product you got. If you have a larger product, then you need a larger space area. But let's say for the time being, there's going to be a tabletop or small product, and you don't need as much space. So therefore, it's very simple. Set up a little table with a surface, flat surface. And surfaces is a good thing because it can go with your product. You can coordinate those with your product and do a little bit of an art direction. So there are some surfaces that you can go and get. Some are wood, some other are metal, and you can use those and put it into your photographs, and it will look much nicer, very finished and clean and everything. That's what you want because your product is the most important thing. You want people to notice, and how people perceive the product, that's how they're gonna be attracted to and wanted to go and get it. And so keep that in mind. Really, you got everything that you need in your cell phone. And so let's talk about the phone. The phone gotta have some quality to it. There are different capture mode, HD to 4K. Almost any of the Pro line of the phone, iPhone in this case, the resolution is amazing. And the manipulation of the picture is all in the phone. You don't have to go to another computer later. If you want to do that, that's fine. But sometimes we don't have the budget, we don't have the time to have Photoshop and a big, and then the learning curve for Photoshop and all of that. It takes time. So it's better if you control something from your phone and just take your picture in minutes. In seconds, you can have beautiful picture that you can polish and right away from your phone, you send it whatever you want. So that's something to keep in mind. First thing first, remember, your phone is very important to do a beautiful shot as well. So surface, gotta be clean, no dust in the air, and then your phone, they have the quality. Now, let's think about lighting. Well, lighting is a source that gives beauty to any product. Without lighting, things can look a little dull and not shiny, beautiful. So lighting is important. You have to have at least 3-point light. If you have access at home, you say, well, you're not going to go and buy a professional setup. No, you don't need that. Usually at home we have little lamps. There are, LEDs, and it's a beautiful lighting, soft lighting. Well, you can use those and just work your way into the product that look good. Have your phone, to do the measuring, and you adjust according to what you see. What you see is what you get. I think that's an easy formula because you want to minimize to have to do it in post. It doesn't look good, we do it in post. No, but you see what you get. But the good news, even better news that I have is that some apps in your phone can do all that for you right as you are shooting, including depth of field, the texture, lighting. There's a lot of stuff that you can do Especially one little app that I have in my phone is Focus. And Focus, what it does is manipulate everything in the picture. You have access to control everything, every aspect of your picture in real time. So I encourage you to explore some of those apps, and they're very easy to use. You know, you learn real quick by just looking and doing and shooting, and then you get a comfort level where you want to shoot your product. So that's one thing. And now, taste appeal. Let's say today we're gonna be using a piece of cake, you know, and since it's something that is to appeal to flavor and eating and everything, is very delicate. You have to be very, very careful how you photograph that, because people, what you want is people to perceive that your product has a flavor that is good, that is fresh. And that's when it comes the critical point where you take your pictures, how to do it in a way that it's gonna reflect that appeal to the taste. And somebody can make the decision to buy your cake. So be very, very conscious of that. And that has to do again with lighting, with cleanliness, with close-ups, and you know, the selection of the close-up is important because people want to get close to the product. You want to bring your product close to the person. And I think that's your audience going to look through, and they're going to see the details, and then they make decision on taking your product. So the designing of the product, when you are, let's say, if you are doing a cake or something, it's gotta be mint. It's gotta be beautiful for the picture. So there is no dirty over, you know, spillovers and stuff like that. So it has to be clean and right in the place, and then you take your picture. So there is a lot to do in order to get a good picture, but as we do, we'll go get it done. Well, this is it, and thank you for watching our video, and I hope it was very helpful for you. Now you can go and keep shooting your products.